Alright, so this is game one, round one, recorded at a later date, as you can see by my media player showing up at the bottom there. Unfortunately, I'm an idiot and forgot to turn my microphone on that I just bought for game one. So here we have a pretty easy mulligan to a pretty mediocre 6, but I don't really think it was going to get any better, to be honest. So I went with it. I was a little discouraged. I'm sure I was complaining about having to mulligan my first game, and mulliganing a 1-lander into a 4. But what can you do? No doubt there's some extra whining too about drawing another land. So that's what I do. You probably know that if you follow me on Twitter, which, since you found this video, I assume you do. There's probably some more complaining too in the original. Keep a 4-lander, draw 2 more right away. So here I'm guessing he's on blue-black infect, so I kind of want to start playing a little defensively. Not that defensively, though. My hover mirror gets there. He actually did a surprising amount of work over the course of the event. I was pretty pleased with him, to be honest. Oh, excuse me. So here he's not playing anything before he swings. I elect to take it here. My thinking being, I don't really care if he gets the bonus when he swings, since next turn I can Pith Driller anyway, and then trade my Pith Driller's relevant power and toughness for the Crypt Rats regardless, and I'll still have my little mirror that can slowly get there. Then he plays that guy. And that plan kind of goes to hell. See, because here now, I know I want a Pith Driller. Looking back right now, I think it's probably correct to drill the Porcelain Legionnaire, which I'm going to do. It sucks to abandon the plan of, getting rid of the septic rats, but it's okay. Because I don't really want to... My thought process there, basically, was I don't want to drill the rats, because then he's going to swing in for 2 poison. And then if I block... Yeah, well, I don't know. I probably could have drilled the rats, since Pith Driller does hold off Legionnaire, which is probably what I'm saying right there. Not sure if that play was correct entirely. Like here, it seems like it might have been bad to not drill the rats, since he seems to be on a kind of heavy infect plan. So now it's time to blow my little mirror that could, since no matter what, he's going to have to leave me with either 2 more blockers there with his 3 power, or a guy with a power to kill the Blackcleave Goblin later. So, either way is good with me. Drop our Nested Ghoul. He's really good against Infect, even though he dies pretty quickly against them, especially. They usually don't have a lot of card advantage. And he is very much that, especially since you're generally blocking anyway against Infect. He's a real good way to take out multiple attackers. Here, though, of course, I'm not going to trade my Ghoul away, since that's 4 power. I'll just make my Pith Driller worse. That's the thought, at least. Virulent Wounds, though. But then he still traded, a card for my otherwise mediocre Pith Driller. It does suck to have to block Goblin later, though. So there's some more land for me, because that's, exactly what I needed to draw. And here I'm going to swing, I think. I should. Yeah, alright, I swung. Since I have another blocker for the Goblin, I need to start, putting some pressure on him too. But if he wants to block with Snap Sail, that's fine. Since I'll still have a zombie, and he'll be out a Snap Sail Glider. Phyrexia is eternal. Spread the Sickness has some kind of cool flavor text, if you're into that sort of thing. Pretty morbid. That's legit. Oh, yeah, there. This was the turn he played his Plains, showing us that he's actually Esper, which we haven't seen anything blue from him. So my guess would be that he's playing some sort of weird Infect deck, since I think blue is actually pretty good for Infect in new Phyrexia, with Viral Drake and the Unblockable guy, and the 5/5 is playable in Sealed especially. So, not really sure what to think, but cracking in, drawing my 1-mana mirror, but it's better than a land. This is, yeah, he just pops down Sunblast Angel like it's no big deal. So, alright. So he probably thinks he has me there, but little does he know that I have spread the sickness. Ha ha ha. And more land. I think he could have probably maybe guessed that I had more land, since I'm kind of, I've drawn a fair amount of them. It's almost half my lands. Also more lands than spells I've drawn so far. Which, if you listen to me rant on Twitter, you'll kind of think isn't a very rare occurrence before me. Draw more lands than spells, especially in a limited event. But, It's round 1, so I haven't, tilted yet about it. Okay, yeah, that's the other, like I said, the Infect guy that is pretty good. He's big, nasty. I'm at 5 already, so he's just kind of a one-shot kill there, which is definitely scary. I don't like that one bit. So I just gonna have to keep drawing chumps or removal. My outs here basically are like, I have a Grasp of Darkness. I have enough Trump blockers now to use Parasitic Implant. I can just draw Trump this turn with Copper Mirror. I'm going to. And then just draw any 2-power guy to 2 or 3 power would be ideal. Even something like a Blight Widow would be good to shrink it at least a little. I guess that's also my 2-power guy to kill it, so there's that. And then he drops that beast. So he's blue, black, infect with sicko white bombs, I guess is his basic game plan, if I had to guess. I still like doing that. The thing where you make cards bigger to illustrate my plays. So, I think what I was saying there is I'm always going to block with Tangle Mantis on the Infector, Perilous Mirror on the hero. Oh, and then that plan went out the window. Gut Shot with no ways to cast it but for 2 life. Not sure how good that is, but I guess it worked there. Worked out real well for him there, so can't judge too much. Frantic Salvage. I actually had to. I made that one bigger just because I had to read it, and he didn't target anything. So 4 mana cycling, 2 insane bombs, and an otherwise mediocre deck is kind of the fast assessment. So, yeah. He has used over 11 minutes, though, just to get to this point, which is one thing that I think is incredible. So, I don't think I have any outs at this point, especially just drawing a land. There I went to concede. But like I said, he's already used 11.5 minutes. I want to see if A, he'll play something else, and B, if he can use a little bit more time, because he's playing a little slow, and we're both playing slow decks. That might actually be relevant. He finds the correct attacks and does everything. I mean, the correct attacks is, whatever, since I have nothing. Also, probably still want another rant about more lands and spells. Kind of a furious fellow I am. So, here, talking about sideboarding, I don't think I really wanted to bring in anything. So,